you've been Googling, is Lakeland, Florida a great place to live? You've landed in the right spot. My name is Brian Stevens and I have lived and worked right here in Lakeland for over 50 years. And today I'm going to tell you what the travel blogs and the relocation websites, leave out, what they may or may not tell you. I'm going to tell you the real, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything you need to know. And I think that'll help you evaluate whether you're thinking about moving into this area. Now, I'm going to give you the honest reality about living here and working here, raising your family here. And at the very end, I'm going to give you some more information if you're ready to make a move, how we can connect and kind of talk about your real estate needs. So the first thing is this, what everybody loves about Lakeland, Florida, and there is a lot to love. Let me just kind of start with a teaser there. The affordability. So the median home price right now is around $350,000, significantly less than Tampa, which is to my west, Orlando, which is to our east. So you're going to get more home for the money. You're going to get bigger lots, newer construction, a little bit less congestion. I say a little bit because we've grown a lot here the last 6 years. So it's a great entry point for first-time home buyers, retirees, people that are looking to raise a family on a pretty affordable budget, I would say. So, our location is fantastic. We're right between Tampa and Orlando, again, right in the middle, about 45 minutes to Tampa, an hour to Orlando. Now, this is all depending on traffic and Interstate 4, which is a whole nother topic. By the way, while we're talking about Interstate 4, it is the main corridor that you will take to go to Tampa or Orlando. And Interstate 4 is always under construction. Going to Tampa, it can be, again, 45 minutes to an hour, depending on where you're going in Tampa. Orlando, man, things started backing up there, I don't know, about 3 or 4 years ago, and there's always red on your Google Maps. In other words, there's always the red, like they're gonna stop about where Highway 27 is, going to Orlando. So, not my favorite place to go, but man, there's a lot to do in Orlando. So we have to grind it out and head to Orlando, but about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on when you're going to Orlando. But generally speaking, 45 minutes one way, an hour the other way. Now, we have a toll road that is called the Polk County Parkway that runs all the way through Lakeland, Winter Haven, Auburndale, and they're continuing to expand that, which is fantastic. So you can get to Interstate 4 via the Polk County Parkway from so many access points in Lakeland, and it's wonderful. Now, again, our location here in Lakeland, beaches are within an hour in multiple directions. Some of our favorite beaches are Anna Maria Island, Longboat Key, Siesta Key, St. Petersburg Beach is beautiful, but there's a lot of beaches very close. Hop in your car, take a day trip. It's really, really nice. Now, the quality of life here in Lakeland I think it's fantastic. That's the reason we've been here for so long. We have at least 38 plus named lakes with water views. We have outdoor recreation everywhere. Love our, Lakeland. There are plenty of beautiful lakes. We have Scott Lake, we have Lake Hollingsworth, we have Lake Borton, we have Lake Parker. So many really nice lakes. There is a place called Bonnet Springs Park, and it is one of Lakeland's newer, beautiful parks. Great place to hang out with family, to walk around. They have food there. It's really well done, and it's in the kind of the central west location of Lakeland that is growing. And they have a fox tree. They have a coffee shop there that is amazing. We have a strong sense of community here. We have local events. We have a really nice farmers market on Saturday morning. We have historic neighborhoods. And there is a lot of amazing things here in Lakeland, Florida. You can find Circle B, which is if you want to go see a couple alligators, go out there, do some nature hiking. So really, really nice. Now, here's what nobody tells you, which is the honest stuff about Lakeland, Florida. First of all, the heat is real. The Florida summers, and I'm recording this video in the summer, is intense, okay? Case in point, yesterday we were at 92 degrees. This is on Sunday. The real feel was 106. Yes, 106 real feel. Now that was first thing in the morning till the evening. And it felt like when we were outside a little bit, felt like there was just like a hot air machine blowing hot air. Very hot. Now that's a rarity. It's not like that a lot, but let me say this. The heat in the summer is real, and the humidity, the real feel is usually not that high. It was yesterday, but man, it's hot. It's really hot. I mean, June, July, August, September can be scorching. Okay, how do we adapt? Locals love swimming pools, right? Swimming pools are great. Or do your activities early in the morning. Get your walk in first thing. AC is non-negotiable. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about living in Florida is you can always go inside and have AC. Now, you're also, another negative to this is your electric bills in the summer are going to go up because it's so hot out. You're having to run your AC more. So it's, again, those months you kind of plan on your budget, your power bills are going to go up. So if you can't stand the heat, you know what they say? Stay out of the kitchen. If you can't stand the heat, I wouldn't move to Florida because these months are going to be trying. And let me say this before I move on to the next section. I've lived here, again, 50 years. I say this every year. My wife and I say the same thing. We go outside, we say the same quote, I can't believe how hot it is today. I mean, you don't get used to it. Okay, you know it's coming, you're experiencing it, but you still go, my goodness, it is hot. All right, on to the next thing. Traffic here is real, it's growing. I mean, Lakeland is one of the fastest growing counties in Florida. Polk County is. I mean, it's pretty crazy here. So the I-4 corridor between Tampa and Orlando gets congested all the time, like I mentioned earlier. The Polk County Parkway has helped our growth, but it does have some growing pains right now. We've got a new section going up. It would be east of Lakeland that I think is going to help us loop from Bartow through the Parkway and just give some different paths. So it's going to be very nice. But if you want to live near your work, I think that's really, really important. We have different access points to do that, but know that the traffic is real. A lot of your locals here will complain about the traffic because I don't want to say it's doubled in the last 5 years, but ever since COVID, oh boy, I will say it's a lot worse, 75% worse. There's a lot more traffic. You just kind of get used to it. You're just gonna it's gonna take longer to get places, whatever. But if you don't like traffic, don't come here. All right, another thing, hurricane and storm awareness. Now, the good thing, good and bad, the good thing is Lakeland sits inland. So again, Central Florida. So a lot of times you will get less coastal flooding, hurricane wind, and damage than the coastal cities, like a Tampa or a St. Petersburg or Clearwater, which are on the coast. They're going to get more damage in the hurricanes. Now, let me say this. I have been through about 5 or 6 hurricanes, and they all are a little freaky. However, and we've had a little bit of damage whenever we've gone through these, for sure. And everyone is a little bit different. They're never fun. They're pretty intense. But because we sit inland, it helps defer some of the damages that you would get if you're on the coastal. So summer storms are pretty crazy. Flash floods, you can get some of that in these hard rains that'll rain hard for like 30 minutes or an hour. So lightning's popping all around. We used to be the lightning capital of the world. I don't know if we are anymore. Google that, chat GPT it, see if we are. But the summer storms are pretty crazy. And it's typically, they come in around 3 or 4 p.m. They roll in, they're popping lightning, they're intense, and then they move out. So but we know that's coming. It's summertime. The heat generates those summer storms, and it's just part of it. Now, the other thing is the infrastructure is growing here. Some locals would tell you we're behind a little bit because we've had all this traffic coming in, but there is a lot of things coming here to Lakeland. We have Orlando Health partnered with Watson Clinic right here in Southeast Lakeland. They are getting ready to open up, which is very exciting. It's a beautiful facility. We have a lot of new urgent cares popping up all over the place on South Florida Avenue and South Lakeland. We have Lakeland Regional. We have a lot of different places that you can go for medical attention, which I think is a positive. But your major medical are going to be in Tampa and Orlando. Just know that you're going to have to get on the road, and you're going to be on the road a little bit. So let's talk about the schools. So the Polk County schools are kind of a mixed bag. Some are really good and some are not, if you look at the ratings. We've always had that here. Why? I don't know. They're always trying to improve them. We do have charter schools. We have private schools as options to choose from, but know that you want to do your school shopping before you kind of commit here. You want to know what you're zoned for before you buy a home. Right here in Polk County, it is what they call a school of choice. I want you to Google that to get more of an explanation of it, but you do have a little bit of flexibility on that somewhat with waiting lists. And again, I'll let you get into that and kind of do the research, but that is kind of a nice thing also. The private school options here are right here in the Lakeland, Winter Haven area, I think are pretty good. So there's some great private schools. Our kids went to actually charter school and private school, and they were great. We enjoyed it. So, but you want to know your schools. Now, let's talk about the neighborhoods, maybe where you should live. I get that question all the time. You know, which part of Lakeland should I live in? Here's a little bit of the breakdown. So I would say South Lakeland is the most sought out area. More highly rated schools, beautiful custom homes, gated communities. We have some favorites, personal favorites here, and there's a lot of them, by the way. Delphi Hills, Amanda Oaks, the Christina area, the Lake Hollingsworth area, the Grasslands area, the Oak Bridge area. I apologize if I've left out some of the nice communities that some of you live in or watching this video in. There's some really pretty communities in this area. Most of them are going to be higher price points, meaning $500,000 and over, but know that you're going to get great value. You take that same home, call it $500-600, go put it in Orlando or Tampa, you're going to pay a lot more money. So we are still a great value here in Lakeland. Now let's talk about Southwest Lakeland, which is going to be west of South Florida Avenue, which is our main thoroughfare, call it 37, that runs all the way south to Mulberry and runs straight up north through North Lakeland and runs into Dade City and keeps on going. So that's our main thing. So west of that is Southwest Lakeland. A lot of newer construction, a lot of growth. It's having to push out that way because Southeast Lakeland is not built out, but it's getting built out quicker and it's a little bit more established. But Southwest Lakeland, you can get a little bit more bang for your buck out toward Pipkin Road area, toward the Lakeland Airport where Geico is, Lakeside Village. There's more growth out that way, and there's some beautiful areas. And if you're going to work in Tampa, you can jump on the Polk County Parkway and hit I-4 even quicker that way, or Plant City, or even Brandon. So you're on that side of Lakeland, where you may want to be if you're working over in that area. Again, some beautiful homes. A lot of production builders over there. There's a few custom builds, but very, very nice. So North Lakeland, let's talk about that. So North Lakeland's a little bit more of a affordable entry point. It is somewhat closer to I-4. Again, South Lakeland, you can get to I-4 through the Polk County Parkway, but North Lakeland, you're closer to Interstate 4 to go to Tampa or Orlando. Great for investors, great for first-time home buyers. A lot of growth in Northwest Lakeland right now. There's a Publix they built 2 to 3 years ago. I call that newer, growing area up there in the 33810 zip code, the 33809 zip code, which is going to be Northeast Lakeland, very established. There's some beautiful treed communities up there, and there's some new communities that are pushing Northeast Lakeland, even toward Polk City, that are up and coming also. Now, the Highland City area, which is right here, kind of in the 33812 zip code. It's a small little section. It's really southeast Lakeland, but there's a little pocket called Highland City. It's kind of up and coming. They've got some nice things going on there. It's a small pocket, so it's kind of hard to find something there, but there's some nice values there. They've got some good school zones. You've got Public supermarket right up the street. So that's a little pocket kind of between South Lakeland and Bartow. So the Winter Haven area is just east of Lakeland and has a lot of nice pockets to live. There's some gorgeous neighborhoods. What you are going to see is the chain of lakes. Now, the chain of lakes is great for boating, for fishing, for water sports. You've got Legoland right in your backyard. A little bit more affordable than Lakeland proper, with a charming little downtown. They've got a place there downtown that's one of our favorite treats that we go every once in a while, called Arabella's. If you've ever been to Arabella's, it is a wonderful place. They have an amazing piano player that's kind of the center in the beautiful restaurant, but high-end food. It's delicious. Again, special occasions, special treats right in that downtown Lakeland. But Winter Haven has got some really nice pockets to live in, and it's growing and expanding. So you want to check out Winter Haven too. A little bit of a sleeper if you're looking for value. So the real estate market right now, let's kind of talk about the current market, summer 2026. A little bit more inventory than we've seen in a while if you're a home buyer. A little over 1,200 homes listed right now. So your homes are averaging about 75 days on the market. So you have breathing room to make smart decisions. And sellers are giving concessions back in the form of closing costs, rate buy downs, maybe credit for flooring, painting, that sort of thing. But that's kind of nice because you're seeing a little bit more flexibility with sellers right now because they still want to move their home and they're sitting a little bit longer on the market. You've got some financing called USDA, which is another form of financing. It has to be in a rural area, but it's a zero down payment for eligible buyers. There's some criteria that meets that, and you'll want to look into a map to see what area qualifies for USDA financing, but it's not a bad option if you're looking to get in for zero down. So I will say this, now is one of the best windows to buy a home in the last several years if you're looking to buy. It truly is. There is more inventory. There's not an abundance to choose from, but there is more inventory. Now, if you're a home seller, strategic pricing is everything right now. Overpriced homes are sitting. Overpriced homes are going to continue to sit. But if it's well prepared, well priced, those homes are still moving. I was just looking at the current hot sheet, and I can tell you homes are still moving that are priced well, that look good. They're not lasting long. Now, professional marketing across all your platforms is critical. Not just throwing a sign in the front yard, putting it on MLS, but really professionally marketing your home, which is what we specialize in. You're watching this on my YouTube channel. We have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have TikTok, we're on LinkedIn, we're everywhere. And I can tell you right now, these social media channels are generating traffic to help you sell your home. And let me say this, experience in this market or any market makes all the difference. We have over 30 years experience between myself, my business partner has the exact same amount, Russ Rhodes, 30 years plus experience. So between the both of us and our small team that we have, we know how to walk you through situations whenever you're buying or you're selling a home. So let me ask you this. Do you think Lakeland is right for you and your family? Because it's not for everybody. Yes, the answer is yes. Check the box, yes. If you want affordability, you want community, you want outdoor lifestyle, and you want Central Florida access without the big city price tag. The answer is yes. If you're relocating from Northeast United States or Midwest, you're looking for warmer weather and a little bit of a lower cost of living. The answer is yes. If you're an investor, because Lakeland's growth trajectory is strong and only growing. I wish I would have bought 3 houses 10 or 15 years ago because the values and what they would be today is crazy. But here's the thing. Think twice if you need major metro amenities. If you're looking for a bigger city, you need to think twice for moving here. If you don't like the heat, don't move here. If you want a beach right outside your front door, we're not your community. The beaches are about an hour away. But I will say this, I've raised my family here, I built my career here, and I can tell you Lakeland is a very special place. It's not perfect, but for the right person and the right family, it's absolutely wonderful. It really, really is. Hey, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I really, really appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying or selling in the Lakeland area or anywhere in Polk County, I would love to be your guide. Reach out to me directly, no pressure, just a conversation. Let's talk about your situation and how I can assist. I love serving people. God has put me in this business as a calling, and so I take it responsibly, and it's an honor to have conversations with people I get to help every day with buying or selling real estate. Let's chat. All my contact information is below. If you've enjoyed this video, do me a favor, subscribe to this channel, like it, share it with your friends, and I would love to talk to you, okay? Have a great day, whether selling or buying. You got to call Brian. God bless.